Hi friends, this is an invitation for you to join us while we dig into a passage of scripture through the month of June. So some of you know that we're doing this and you are already on board. You've already read through this passage. We've been giving you a heads up for a little while, but to some of you it might be new that we're talking about this. And so our passage for June is John chapter 6 verses 43 through 51. John chapter 6 verses 43 through 51. So what we're going to do is this Sunday morning we did our Discovery Bible study with a passage of scripture just a little bit before that, but one that is still very relevant to this particular passage. And so through the month of June, even our Discovery Bible studies will be connected to this passage. But around that, we're going to share some videos that allow us to kind of zoom out and zoom in and really dig and sink our teeth into this passage of scripture. Now, the main idea that we're looking at is Jesus is the bread of life. So as we get started, I want to pose this initial question to you. What does it mean to be hungry? What does it mean to be hungry? Now, you and I know what it feels like to be physically hungry. Our bodies are very well designed to inform us when it is time to eat. Some of us get very cranky. Probably all of us get at least somewhat cranky when our body is telling us that it is time to eat. What does that even mean? It means that our body is getting depleted of the nutrition, the sources of energy and strength that our body needs to be able to function on all the various levels that our bodies so masterfully work. And so food is this thing that gives us life. It's this thing that we need to live, to have energy, to function. And our body tells us, it has signs that trigger our minds to know it is time to eat. So, what then does it mean to be spiritually hungry? What are the signs? Are there ways that our soul is trying to tell us that we are spiritually hungry? And what if we're spiritually hungry, but we don't realize that we're spiritually hungry because we know how to numb it? What if all we do is eat junk food and fill ourselves with all kinds of things that we never actually feel hungry, but all the while our bodies are malnourished and we are not living the kind of vitality that is available to us by just changing our diet? So what does it mean to be hungry? What does it mean to be spiritually hungry? And can you and I learn an acute awareness of the signs that our soul can tell us to reveal to us our spiritual hunger? Now, spiritual hunger, we will find, is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. And the reason that it is such a wonderful thing is because that there is this promise of Jesus as our bread of life. And so I can't wait to unpack that more deeply and fully with you all through this month. And I invite you to join us in meditating on this passage, on these questions. What does it mean to be hungry? And what does it mean to be spiritually hungry? And I invite you to even consider, might be a stretch, actually memorizing this portion of scripture with us. So if you're up for it, join on in.